give a big, long round of applause so I can get back to the soundboard to CROWES PASTURE.
Good evening, everybody. You guys have demonstrated that you're good at trivia already. So we will have to think of harder questions than the ones we brought.
Can I hear you?
Adam, do you think we've got everything up and on?
Yes.
Okay. Lay me down easy and slow. Always the last one to know. I'm ready, though it doesn't show. So lay me down easy and slow. But I was walking alone through fields of green grass and stone. A bottle, a bag, and a bone. Wandering through on my own. And I had a vision, made my decision. Alone as a sparrow flew high, high. And I know that I'm ready. My vision is steady. I won't let this moment go by. So lay me down easy and slow. Always the last one to know. I'm ready, though it doesn't show. So lay me down easy and slow. Now tell me what I want to hear. I'm tired of doubting and fear. But be gentle, it's been a few years. And a garden watered by tears. The night has come, don't put out the flame. I'll move as you whisper my name. And I'll follow if you show the way. There's no virtue in patience today. So lay me down easy and slow. Always the last one to know. I'm ready, though it doesn't show. So lay me down easy and slow. Lay me down easy and slow.
Well, thanks so much. We're going to play some songs that are not on any of our albums. We're kind of working them out to get them ready for the next album. And so these are all songs of our own, except maybe one, which we'll give you a hint about later. So I was with my mother this summer, and she's 95 years old, and she likes going through the photo albums, the family photo albums. And she was showing me photos from when her parents came and her grandparents came to this country. It was in the 1880s, and they came through Ellis Island. And the pictures were pretty amazing to look at. As I saw, these were my ancestors not that long ago, arriving with just a bag full of all their belongings and carrying their little children, hoping they'd be healthy enough to get through the inspectors at Ellis Island. And it was pretty touching for me to realize that that's how we all started here, was my great-great-grandparents who had the courage to leave where they were and come to a brand new place, a lot of risk involved, but this country took them in and has enabled the family to thrive. Monique's family has a similar story much later, like 100 years later.
60s from Peru.
But it makes us realize how this country is comprised of so many people who are descendants of immigrants, and how lucky we are that we had somebody who was courageous enough to come here and create a better life for everybody else. So anyway, sorry for the speech. That's really about this next song.
It's called Raise Your Hand.
Raise Your Hand.
Raise your hand if you are not an immigrant, or are your roots across the sea? Were your folks seeking opportunity, or was it more a need to flee? Ask your dad, ask your mom, ask your grandmama where you got that family name. They may have been here for 2 centuries, but they still came here just the same. And when they came, who welcomed them? How high was the wall? And how sweet was the liberty in this land for one and all? Raise your hand if you are not an immigrant, if your people were the first ones here, before your land was stolen, and you walked the trail of tears. Ask your dad, ask your mom, ask your grandmama where you got that family name. They may have come here on the Mayflower, but they still came here just the same. And when they came, who welcomed them? How high was the wall? And how sweet was a liberty in this land for one and all, in this land for one and all.
thanks so much. So I went in for some knee surgery a little while ago, a couple of years ago now, and it was very minor, and I came out fine, more or less. And before I went in, the doctor was telling me about the risks of the anesthesia, and I know we probably have some doctors here. And I made the mistake of listening to what he was saying, and I was like, oh my God, really? Do we have to do this? So I went home after the preparation. I was worried about, this is serious. What if I go under and then I don't wake up? That would really be bad. And I wouldn't wake up and see Monique's beautiful face there waiting for me and everything else. And it motivated me to write this song, which is called Don't Blink, which we played here when we were here last, and it had just been written like a week earlier or something. So
we've got it now.
So I think we got it.
Famous last words.
Who knows where I was going to when I first laid eyes on you? It didn't matter anymore to me. I didn't know what I could do to cross the line in front of you, to see if you'd take a chance to on me. Now I'm floating above the ground. Quiet humming is the only sound. My heart beats slowly, I can feel it pound.
But if I move too fast,
I have a feeling this ain't gonna last.
I won't blink, 'cause I can tell. If I blink, I'm gonna break the spell.
You said that all you need was a chance to go with me, and together we would see it through. Nothing's done till its time has passed. Days go slow till they're gone too fast. If I leave, is it gonna last with you? Now I'm looking up at you. I'm wondering if you can see me too. There's a million
things to do, but if I move too fast,
I have a feeling this ain't gonna last.
I won't blink, 'cause I can tell.
If I blink, I'm gonna break the spell.
Thank you so much. We did bring the albums here, so if you are interested, we've got CDs, we even have a couple of LPs here, and we have an email list, so we'd love for you to sign that and let us give us your email. We won't spam you, we'll just send you an email once every couple months.
And we have a great policy with respect to our merchandise that we sell.
We do. It's a new policy. It's been working really well. If you get something and take it home and you don't like it, you can just send it right back to us and we'll send you something we don't like. So it works like a charm. We haven't gotten anything back.
So we have two kids, and they're not little anymore. They're now 19 and 22. But as we were raising them, we wanted to expose them to all sorts of different situations we thought that they'd enjoy, and maybe they'd find something they like. So we brought them to the ocean at Cape Cod, and we brought them up to the White Mountains and to the lakes, and we brought them to the big city, New York, and of course Boston, and show them around. Wouldn't you know it, as soon as the youngest one got his license and he got a car so he could go, he went to none of those places. He went to a place we had never been, which was Montana. And he went out there for the summer to work at a ranch. And he was sending us back these amazing pictures of the big sky. Anybody been to Montana? Yeah, right? The sky, they're not kidding, right? So he was sending us back pictures. And based on the pictures, we wrote a song inspired by the Montana sky. And one of the scarier moments of the summer was when we played the song for him, because teenagers are not known for being huge fans of their parents' music. But nevertheless, we played the song and waited nervously to see his reaction. And he just looked and went, "Yeah, it's true."
So now we're playing it for you.
Take me one day downtown. I'd like to take a look around. Please don't ask me to stay. I'm glad to see the sights for a day. You know what I always say. The pace is fast and the buildings are high, but please give me my own Montana sky. The ocean sparkles when the sun shines. Sand in my toes, it feels fine. But please don't ask me to stay. I'm glad to ride the waves for a day. You know what I always say. You can keep your beaches hot and dry. Just give me my own Montana sky. Those rivers running high, the end of June, valleys stretching out beneath the moon. Snow-capped mountains fill my view, the endless prairie rolling through. The air is clear, the horizon is wide. Just give me my own Montana sky. The forests grow thick and deep. They're now near the Colorado peak. Please don't ask me to stay. I love to ski the slopes for a day. You know what I always say. You can keep your Rocky Mountain high. Just give
give me my own Montana sky.
Well, thanks a lot. So I'll tell you something else about those kids. When they were little, our two children, they were cute and adorable, and then they grew up. That was the end of that. And
Whatever happened to you guys?
It really was bad right this summer after they graduated from high school. I mean, these guys were very hard to live with. And what do they call that? Soiling the nest or something? You know, I guess it's right, you know. But anyway, they were hard to live with. But as soon as they went off, they both went off to college. And as soon as they went, one of them we saw 2 weeks after he left. And he was a completely changed person. He was polite and thoughtful and nice to us, and it was shocking.
Really made us question our parenting.
Yeah, but it actually led to this song, right? Right after we saw that guy come back after 2 weeks, we were like, he's a different person. We good?
This is called Part of the Plan.
You notice the moon in the late afternoon as autumn is starting to fade. The colors around are turning to brown, and you're wishing the summer had stayed. Wishing the summer had stayed. Now autumn is starting to fade.
You raised a son and you taught him to run as long and as fast as he can. But you still were surprised when you opened your eyes to see him return as a man. Wasn't it part of the plan? To see him return as a man. And there was the first with his creative burst, amazing as only he can. But you still were surprised when you opened your eyes and he too returned as a man. Wasn't it part of the plan? To see him return as a man. Wasn't it part of the plan? To see him return as a man. You notice the moon in the late afternoon, and you're wishing the summer had stayed.
Well, thanks so much. It's been really great playing for you tonight, and we'll see you at the at the coffee hour back there, or the break.
Thanks, Adam, for having us back, and thanks, Chad, for doing all the recording. You guys are amazing. It's been wonderful to have this long relationship with you, and sorry we missed last year, that little sickness I had, but we're good now.
You're good. So we're going to close with a Bob Dylan tune. And
They might know him as Timothy Chalamet,
or Timothy.
although this crowd probably knows the real thing. You may be an ambassador to England or France. You may like to gamble and you might like to dance. You may be a heavyweight, champion of the world. You may be a socialite with a long string of pearls, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. Yeah, you're gonna have to serve somebody. Well, it may be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. You may be a state trooper, you may be a young Turk, you may be the head of some big TV network. You may be rich or poor, you may be blind or lame, you might be living in another country under another name, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. Whoa, you're gonna have to serve somebody. Well, it may be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody.
Well, you may be a construction worker, working on a home. You may live in a mansion, you might live in a dorm. You may own some guns, you might even own tanks. You may be somebody's landlord, you might even own a bank, but you're gonna have to serve somebody.
Whoa,
You're gonna have to serve somebody.
well, it may be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. It's our big choreography. You may be a preacher with your spiritual pride. You may be a city councilor taking bribes on the side. You may work at a barber shop and know how to cut hair. You may be someone's mistress, maybe somebody's heir.
You're gonna have to serve somebody.
Whoa,
You're gonna have to
serve somebody. Well, it may be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody.
Well, you might like to wear cotton, you might like to wear silk. You may like to drink whiskey, you might like to drink milk. You may like to eat caviar, you may like to eat bread. You may be sleeping on the floor or sleeping in a king-size bed, but you're gonna have to serve somebody.
Whoa,
You're gonna have to serve somebody.
well, it may be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. You're gonna have to serve the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. You're gonna have to serve somebody.
You're gonna have to serve somebody. You're gonna have to serve somebody. You're gonna have to serve somebody.
Crow's Pasture. What a wonderful set of music.